Some people get a raise. They may celebrate with a vacation, or since they have more income, they may bump up their monthly spending.
Well, in the end, your finances may break even, but it could still leave you broke. Joining us now to talk more about it and talk about the downside of lifestyle inflation is attorney and personal finance expert Erika Kullberg. Erika, nice to have you with us.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So let's define, for those of us that don't know, lifestyle inflation. What exactly is it?
Lifestyle inflation is where as your income increases, so do your expenses. So that gap between your income and your expenses remains the same, even if you're making more money.
Okay, so can you give us some examples of this, what it would look like?
So let's say you get that $10,000 bonus at work and you go out and spend all $10,000 on a vacation. So really what's left at the end of the month in your bank account is the same as when you had less money.
So is lifestyle inflation a bad thing, or how can it negatively impact our finances? I assume because of all the spending, right?
It's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that just being aware of it is where it matters, because what you don't want is you don't want to look 20 years from now and realize, even though you've gotten all of these raises and promotions, your savings account, your investment account still looks the same, because you really haven't made that much progress, since as you've been increasing your income, you've been increasing your expenses. So you just have to be aware of it and make sure that even if you are getting that raise, you're being a little more cautious about, okay, let me maybe take 10% of that raise to celebrate and 90% to put towards future me, which is my savings and investments.
Right, you definitely want to be able to show where that money is going. You touched on it briefly there, but are there any other ways to avoid this kind of lifestyle creep?
I think the best thing is to keep a budget, understand where your income is coming from, and then what you're spending on. Put every single expense down on a budget. That way you can really see, because usually lifestyle inflation doesn't happen overnight. It's just these little creeps. You go from taking the subway to work to taking an Uber. You go from bringing your lunch to work to going out to eat every day. So it's these little things that you want to be aware of that can really add up.
Right. It's so true. You develop those habits, right? And then you the convenience of it. It reminds me of that book a long time ago, The Millionaire Next Door, where they kind of talk about the different, some of the richest people, like they live just like, just like they did when they were in college. And that's the way to do it. Well, is there a healthier way, I guess, to splurge? Because some people still want to do that to reward ourselves. Maybe if you get a promotion or a new job, or you're just feeling good, versus do it to a point where it causes problems.
I think the best thing when splurging, which is totally fine, is just to be aware of that percentage. So again, don't spend 100% of your raise. Think about consciously what percent of that raise you want to go celebrate with.
All right. Sounds good. Well, Erika, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And to see more of Erika's tips, you can join her millions of social media followers on Facebook, Instagram, as well as TikTok right there on your screen.
All right, well,